Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the mania Squid Game 5th game. It is now officially time for the results of the endeavors of the remaining 7 players of the mania Squid Game. There was a lot of action taking place behind the scenes as our remaining contestants fought dutifully on a preposterously hard map pool to try and make it across the glass bridge without falling victim to being the lowest score on a particular map. And now they shall see the fruits of their labor to see if they are the final 2 contestants to advance to the final game of the Osmania Squid Game. Hello everybody, my name is Sparky and I am joined in a commentary booth by none other than Rhymes with Mash. Mash, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. These results are really exciting. I'm really looking forward to showing everybody who's going to be moving on out of these 8 players. There's only 2 slots for the final game, so there's only one thing left to do, and let's get into it.
Most certainly. Let's go ahead and pull up the wonderful spreadsheet that was created by our wonderful spreadsheeter, Epsilon, doing the bulk of the work trying to make this look as official as possible to ensure that we have the most amount of drama before we make it to the very end of the list. So before you can see the stepping stones that the players had to play through, going in a very particular order. They had one attempt to set the best score that they could on each of these maps in secret. None of these players know any of the other players' results. So it's all on the line here. I think the only one that we really can say is official is Rice 1 here. I think that we can have a nice little conversation about that, Mash.
Yeah, so as you've probably heard and seen, Lot decided to step away from the game here, focusing on MWC and such. So they're taking the bullet for this first map, and I guess we can get into who placed first on Rice 1, and that is none other than Netro with a 957k and the only 99 on this map, actually.
Yeah, ridiculously hard map. Basically turned into child's play by Netro. Unsurprising, they have been a very physical powerhouse throughout this entire tournament. And as a reminder, because of the fact that Lot decided to sacrifice themselves and not play this weekend, this is a freebie for everybody. So everybody can take a breath, relax. Nobody will be eliminated on Rice 1. That honor falls on Lot. So let's go ahead and reveal who came in second and third.
Yeah, so second is none other than CPT Sevilla with a 946k, and they are followed up by Konkawa with a 943, very close behind.
Yeah, so as we continue on, we'll start to see the scores get steadily lower and lower, but actually not that big of a decline. These top 3 separated by just about 14,000 points between them, so
yeah, and
that's
then
pretty crazy.
Our 4th place is actually also not that far behind. It is Walmart 5193 with a 937, just 6,000 behind Konkawa.
Yeah, and then we can roll right along the final 3 players in terms of results.
That is Dev in 5th, Cub in 6th, and Accelerix in 7th. And Lot being the obligatory 8th.
Yeah, so from here on out, no more freebies going to be given if this were... And let's say if we put a finger over Lot's name, Accelerix, you may count your blessings. You would have been the one eliminated during this particular round. So hopefully that good fortune continues as we move on to the LN1 results.
Yeah,
Mash, would you like to do the honors?
Lives to see another day, and actually our top 2 for LN1 are the same. It is Netro and CPT Sevilla, but CPT Sevilla actually comes in first, followed by Netro. And Sevilla, oh man, that's a huge gap between first and second there. 34,000 points and 6/10 of accuracy.
Yeah, pretty much gapping everybody else in terms of performance, just really coming to life on Ellen when they're securing their spot, at least for the next stepping stone. Everything can change. You just need one bad run to send you clattering down into the abyss. So let's go ahead and continue revealing the players.
Yeah, third and fourth are again Konkawa and Walmart, but again, Walmart actually took third and Konkawa took fourth. They were very close together yet again, only 4,000 points, and Konkawa actually beat Walmart in accuracy there. So that leaves us with 3 players, and our 5th placer is Accelerix with a 903k.
Yeah, very fortunate to have somebody take the bullet for them on race 1, able to basically climb over and secure that 5th place position. And because we already have somebody gone, there's only one spot left up for grabs between either Cub or LS Dev. And Mash, why don't you do us the honors? Show us.
Yeah, and we will have to be saying goodbye to LS Dev, taking an early fall on the second map with an 866k, which is really quite surprising given their other performances, which you will see later on. But that is LN1. You have those 6 players moving on to LN2, which is Weenie Walker 1.3.
Yeah, as if though playing it on base rate wasn't already hard enough. Yeah, let's just go ahead and crank the BPM up 0.3 notches. It's ridiculous, those scores that we saw on this particular map. Sure, a little bit more of a decrease compared to Cthulhu, but still some pretty outrageous scores overall. Mash, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, and surprisingly, Dev actually placed 7th on this LN map as well. They could not keep up with the noodles here, it seems, but our first placer was CPT Sevalia, 2 first places in a row. They're a very strong contender here, and again, they're the only 99 on LN2.
Yeah, just really showing some extreme comfort on the LNs here, at least ensuring themselves making it past that phase. There are still that singular hybrid and the 2 rice maps here at the end. That fortune could change. We saw it with Dev. I'm pretty sure everybody seeing the rice maps probably thought that this was a walk in the park for Dev, but not able to make it through that LN or the LN traps definitely cost them dearly. So now it's going to reveal the last 2 podium finishers for this map.
Yeah, and our second place is Konkawa, followed by Netro. Very, very good scores, tied accuracies actually, and they are followed by Walmart 5193 with a 909k.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, the last of the 900k scores. So there are only 2 players left, Accelerix, who has been playing with fire since the very beginning, and Cub, who has also been pretty consistent with those 6th place performances. Can they go... Well, actually, no, you don't want to go 3 for 3 here. You want to be able to get above that 6th place spot here. Have they been able to do it? Mash, go ahead and show us.
And it seems that unfortunately Cub is taking another 6th place, eliminating them on LN2. And Accelerix managed to scrape by again in 5th on this map. Really, really kind of a survival story.
Yeah, for sure. Hanging on for dear life, maybe pushing somebody else in front of them to make sure that they don't take the fall. 200% equating to about 20,000 points of a difference between themselves and Cub, and they survive into Hybrid 1 here. And let's go ahead and start revealing some of these results.
Yeah, so our number 1 finisher is none other than Konkawa with a 966, 666.
That is a scary number.
And they are followed by Sevalia and Netro. Sevalia not too far behind, and Netro keeping up with the 99s there.
Yeah, and it seems like we're seeing a bit of a trend starting to develop here in terms of these top 3, Konkawa, Sevalia, and Netro. I think 3 of the highest seeds we have in this tournament, all consistently placing in those podium positions. It'll be interesting to see how they continue on here. And now there's only, what, two spots left up for grabs? Or one spot left up for grabs?
Yeah, and so we can take a look at where Cub and Dev placed on this one. Cub with another 6th place actually, and Dev doing a little better on this hybrid, placing 5th. And so now it's down to Walmart and Accelerix. One is in 4th and one is in 7th. And
Yeah, it's the battle of the two Canadians here. Let's go ahead and see which of the two compatriots fall on Hybrid 1.
And unfortunately, we will have to say goodbye to Accelerix. They managed to get to Hybrid 1 just barely, which was really impressive, but unfortunately Walmart was able to beat them out with a pretty impressive 98.72. And here we are moving on to Peter on Crack 1.2. Man.
Yeah, we were talking about this. We were talking about this map before the showcase started. Just, casual stuff, lasting one of the longest lasting maps in the rank section, and or before you put it on upgrades. It still clocks in at about 7 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. And
normal stuff.
What's really tragic is that Dev actually placed first on this map with a 99.23 963k, which is just absurd to me.
Yeah, that is inhuman. But unfortunately, the fact that they fell earlier on, all for naught at the end of the day.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we see Accelerix and Cub taking up the back again at 7th and 6th respectively, and in the upper half of the sheet here, we see Netro in 2nd place after Dev. They are moving on through the stepping stones.
And now there's 2 spots left up for grabs to make it on to Rice 3. It's between Konkawi, Sevelia, and Walmart here. Why don't you reveal for us one more?
Yeah, Sevelia is in 3rd, moving on. So it's down to Konkawi versus Walmart. And unfortunately, we'll have to say goodbye to Konkawi.
Arguably, looking at the results earlier on, this was the biggest shock in terms of results.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
Konkawi has been the giant slayer throughout this entire tournament, knocking out some of the biggest names in this tournament single-handedly.
Yeah, after taking out Sudden Death so early on, I feel like so many people were rooting for them. They were, I believe, 2nd seed as well. Really, really sad to see them go in the final hour here.
Yeah, but at least they can say that they saw it before they plunged into the abyss as well, joining the likes of Accelerix, Dev, and Cub. And now there's only one map left to go. It is Unlucky Morpheus's Black Pentagram, and this is gonna be the fact that there's only 2 players gonna be making it through here. We have the podium finishers in terms of the final 3, Sevelia, Netro, and Walmart, in no particular order. And now, let's go ahead and show them the results.
Yeah, perhaps the most tragic thing is that Dev and Konkawi were 1st and 2nd on this map. To be eliminated at the very start and the very end, and then to be 1st and 2nd on the very last map is just so tragic.
Yeah, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Or actually, no, in this case, it's actually how you started. That really made a difference here.
Yeah, the early scores were mean to Dev, and then we saw Cub and Accelerix in 6th and 7th once again, leaving 3 slots between Sevelia, Netro, and Walmart, and only 2 can move on. And I will tell you now that CPT Sevelia is moving on. They placed 3rd on this map after Dev and Konkawi, so they've secured their place in the final game.
Yep, congratulations to them for moving on. And man, this is actually incredible, seeing the fact that there were some really tight scores throughout every single map. Everything came down to the wire. And now we have Brazilian powerhouse and Netro and Canadian powerhouse and Walmart vying for the final spot. Mash, can you do us the honors and show us who will be the second finalist in the Osamania Squid Game?
And it is, in fact, Netro moving on to the final game with Sevalia kicking out Walmart in the final map.
Yep, so congratulations to Sevalia and Netro, the two finalists for the inaugural Osamania Squid Game. And commiserations to everybody else putting in a valiant effort to make it this far, basically overcoming some of the largest hurdles we have ever seen, some absurd rule sets, some incredible challenges, and sometimes just a little bit of luck is all you need to make it all the way through to the end.
Yeah, this game was so brutal. Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time and you're gone. But that's not to say that there isn't a ton of skill involved. These last two players are incredible, and I only wish them the best in the final game, which we will be showcasing next weekend, unfortunately. I'm really sorry about the delays, but trust me, it's worth it. We're doing a lot of production stuff, and this final game is going to be really impressive.
Yeah, for sure. It's all in the sake of delivering you guys the highest quality in terms of a tournament production. As you guys might have noticed, this has never been done before in terms of bringing all sorts of different elements, these different little sorts of mini games to ensure that everybody has something to do. Or if you didn't want to do anything, being able to skate by for as long as humanly possible, going undetected. There's so many different ways that players could have played this game. And the fact that we have whittled it down from well over 100 different players down to the final two, it is a sight to behold. So until then, we're going to go ahead and continue our preparations in the background. Sevalia, Netro, you two have a date with Destiny. As soon as we get the map pool up and running, we'll definitely bring you guys that showcase next weekend to show you guys what is in store for you all as you duke it out for the top spot in the Osamania Squid Games. Mash, do you have anything else left to add?
I think you covered it beautifully. Thank you all for coming. Commiserations to everybody who was eliminated. And we will see you next weekend. See you
Take
then.
care, y'all.